All right, first off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakai Kodash, Dawada Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, for allowing me to do another video through the Spirit. Dawada Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, for giving us his truth as worms. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And salutation and blessings to all elect. And this is going to be a short video. It's my family said that shit man, people, this society is a bitch society. It's a pussy, effeminate, weak society. And my sister said something about if you a man shouldn't whoop a child because it's mentally some fucking bullshit. And we got our asses whooped growing up, man. We got our asses whooped. And yeah, the shit hurt. But looking back on it, we needed the ass whoopings. Sometimes we didn't, but hey, you're under your parents' rule. But majority of the time, you needed your ass whooped. And raising your kids up in this modern day system where you give them timeouts and knowing that just creates a rebellious child, man. That's why the scriptures say in 2 Ezra 5 that menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. These little bastards are monsters right now. Why? Because they ain't getting their asses whooped, man. You whoop somebody's ass, it's going to correct them for sure. But this just an article. It says, however you can call it, whooping kids is wrong and cannot be defended. And that's completely contrary to the Bible. That's completely contrary to what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has laid down for men and women, which would be a mother, to beat the child, man, to correct them. What's that saying? I heard this saying every day growing up. Not every day, but spare the rod, spoil the child. Roughly, paraphrasing, you gotta use that rod, man. You have to use the rod of correction upon your children. Why? To keep them in the right path, to keep them on in the straight and narrow. That's why in the law, statutes, commandments, if you were doing something wrong, you either got put to death or you got whooped. You got beat with them 40 lashes. But just let this Google shit read this.
Peterson was indicted last week in Texas after admitting he struck his child with a tree branch in a way similar to how he was raised by his parents. He claims he didn't intend to hurt his child. Many have chimed in with words of support for his actions, sparking heated conversations between those for and against corporal punishment.
Yeah, because he was beating his child, probably most likely to correct him, man, to get him to do whatever it was told to do. But in this society, these people, Esau Edom has put this thing out where a child has an option, a child has rights in this. No, a child is under the rule of their parents, man. And if that child is not listening to their parents, they're to be whooped.
The usual comments to defend hurting a child as a form of discipline are, I was spanked as a child and I turned out okay, or, a good lickin' can't hurt, and often, my mom, dad whooped me and I deserved it. It made me the man I am today.
Exactly. And I'm going to read the scripture. This is Ecclesiastes, which is also known as the book of Sirach 30:12. Bow down his neck while he is young and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thy heart. And that's why all these kids like that, these kids nowadays are disrespectful, out of order, little fucking bastards, man. And I see it every day at work, man. These kids are out of order, man. And a lot of these kids need a good ass whooping, man. This is Proverbs 23 and verse 13. Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. And that's what's going to correct him, man. That's what's going to correct a child to get him on the right path. A child does not know from right and wrong, man. You have to teach them. You have to direct them and guide them to the right and correct path. But Esau Edom doesn't want that, man. He basically want a kid to figure it out for himself, man. And the whole reason Esau Edom pushes that, oh, you're not supposed to beat your child, you're not supposed to do that to your child. Why? Is because of this scripture right right here, which brothers probably know where I'm going. This is Sirach, book of Sirach. Sirach 30 and verse 3. He that teaches his son grievous the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. So that's why Esau pushes that, Salakia. That's why Esau pushes that you shouldn't beat your kids and do this to your kids, because what? Esau wants these kids to be willful and to follow after his doctrine, to follow after his things, man. To follow after the so-called white man's rule, man. To follow after, oh, you could be a sodomite. Oh, at the age of 5, you can choose your gender. Mommy, I want to be a girl, and it's a boy. No, man. You have to correct that, man. That shit's disorderly and out of order. Is against the ways of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. And this place loves to say, well, not anymore as much, but this land was so-called established upon the Bible. Why aren't the ways of the Bible pushed? Because this land is not established on the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. This land is established on the ways and fashions of the so-called white man. And the ways and fashions of the so-called white man will lead you to death, man. You do not follow Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom is a devil, man. You have to forsake his ways and seek after Yahweh Shemiah Shai. Because Esau Edom is so contrary against the ways of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. That's why he pushes these things. That's why he pushes that you shouldn't do that, or you should do this. But meanwhile, he's a complete demon to the rest of the world, man. He'll teach you to, Esau teaches these kids to do whatever the fuck they want to do. This is Sirach 3 and verse 2. For the Lord has given the father honor over the child, and has confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons. So that's the order of things. Just like it says in first set, is either first or second Corinthians, where it says Yahweh is the head. The head of every man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of every woman is the man. And who's the head of the children? The mother and father. And they have the authority over them. Hey, in the law, statutes, and commandments, it says if you have a rebellious child and that doesn't want to hearken, what can you do with him? You could take him to the judges and stone him with stones and put him to death. And yeah, of course, not gonna fucking do that, just to put that out there. But that's what would happen unto a rebellious child, man. In the ancient world, you will put him to death, man. And that's like, if you got some kid like, I don't know, 18, just sit at home, fucking drink, fucking whatever drink they had. I'll use fucking Pepsi, just sit at home, play video games, and you don't want to get a job, don't want to do shit, or say 30, whatever. Hey, you could take him to the judges. He don't want to listen. According to the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, that person will be put to death, man. Which I'll grab it, and then I'll close off with that, because this place isn't established on the ways of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. It's just not. This land is established on lies and witchcraft, man, and that's what we're breaking down, man. These lies and strongholds, which the so-called white man has put up before the face of the world. But hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, the truth is coming out, man. The truth of Yahweh Shemiah Shai is coming out through his men, through his spirit. Give me 1 second. I gotta find it. Disobedient. God damn it. Okay. I think that's it. Deuteronomy 21. And 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastised him, which is to beat him, and will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and his mother lay hold of him, and bring him out unto the elders of his city, and unto the gate of his place, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious, he will not obey our voice, he is a gluttonous and a drunkard. So this is somebody, well, it explains it right there. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put away evil from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. And I'm just gonna close off with that, man. That's in the book of Deuteronomy, the second book of the law. And in the kingdom of heaven, hey, that's not even gonna happen, man, because we're all gonna be 100% righteous. But that just shows you that this place isn't established on the ways and law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This Esau Edom has established this world on his own lands, on his own statutes, man. But it's just something real quick. I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash. It's the water Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai for allowing me to do another video through His Spirit. The water Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai for giving us His truth as worms. Double honors to our apostle elders at Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.